Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing great today, man. I love the ShPTK-TVP. I'm a TD guy, and this thing, I just love it. Except when I'm on the receiving end of it, this thing is just wicked, and definitely in the hands of a capable player like CB here. So CB he didn't get it on the first, when it was first released during the end of that tail end of one of those battle passes. He actually picked it up a couple months later when it was in the first time it came available in the premium shop. And man, when he got this thing, whew, he was blowing me up. So CB had, he sent me just piles of games, and I had these two here. I figured, what, I'm gonna stitch these two together and do a double feature. Why the heck not? So CB, thanks so much, buddy, for sending me all these games, dude. And then y'all, I hope you enjoy it. Without further ado, let's get to it. Thanks for watching. So CB's team is going to spawn up on the northeast side of this Karelia map. This is a standard battle, and as you would expect, it's going to start off pretty much the way you would expect. You're having a big push down south. CB is going to actually linger around base for a little bit and see if he can get any opening shots on center. The Bulldog is going to go to center, but the BZ and the 703 2 are going to go and push the A line. And try to push. They're going to counter, let's see, a Renegade and a Defender right around A3. And that's where he's going to really get his fight going. I think he's going to take an opening shot on the bat chat out in center as he's headed over to down the A line. And then we'll see how it goes from there. But, man, I remember I did a video when this thing first came out the day they released it. Just a quick, hey, look at this. Look at this thing. And, even now, man, this thing is just a beast. It's the how can I explain it? The consistent penetration, it pins. Now, I mean, if you're shooting something like a tier 10, now that's a whole nother story. But comparable tier and below, whew, my goodness, this thing is just ridiculous. If you get on squishy targets and you switch over to the HE round and you can pin, oh my good, or like other ShPTK-TVPs, you definitely want to be switching over to HE, because you're doing like 400 per shot, and the DPM of this thing is just, they're like a wrecking ball. So talking about perma-tracking somebody. Let's see if we can get a shot. There's the bat chat. Looks like he just missed him. Well, his teammate in the BZ's about to encounter the Renegade up here. It looks like his team has captured their side of the hill, which is beautiful. And there's the Renegade with his tumor on the top. Let's see if that's a good looking tank too, man. I like that tank. Don't play it very often, but man, it's ooh, if he could have took that shot. And there goes his teammate in the 703. He's pushing into these dudes. There's a Defender up there. And that thing is no joke. And I was so proud of myself when I finally got my hands on one of those. There you go. It was just, it seemed like it was years. I've been in, I ain't been in game for 10 years or not like that, but I started playing in like 2019. It just seemed like a couple, 2 or 3 years. It never came into the shop. But when it finally did, man, I was so happy to finally get my hands on one of those. What a neat tank. Except when you're on the receiving end of it, it's just I don't know. It's just a mystique of it. Oh no, it's a Defender. I hear it's a lot. It's not what it even. I guess maybe they nerfed it. It's not what it used to be. Leave me a comment. It's still a great tank. It's just not what it used to be, is what I've heard. Or it was just power creep, you know, with everything else was power creeped, and it's just not what it was because of that. Well, look at this thing. It can dish out some damage, man. And CB's like, yeah, you better get the cover. That gun hits hard, man. And it's got some armor. I got both versions of it. I got the standard 252 object and the, you know, like I said, obviously the Defender. There he goes. It's like, how beautiful is this? Thank you very much. And this is where this tank right here is just a nightmare. Oh yeah, he's wearing his dude out. See what I mean? Even then he bounced. And there you go. Beautiful. Teamwork makes the dream work. And there you go. And they've got that corner, captured that, but they got to go back to base. As well as that fight appeared to be going, they've lost it. So his teammate in the ShPTK-TVP is just been vaporized. They're down by 3, and look at the hit point deficit. It's over. They're down by over 5,600 you know, damage. So this game is not looking good at all. And CB has wisely, you know, figured out he needs to get back to base, to cover base, and let the beatings begin. This dude just amazes me, man. Yeah, I got the map borders turned off, man. This is a beautiful map. And if you know, this is the edge of the map right here. Nice. No, I don't play this game with the map borders turned off, but sometimes in the replays I'll turn them off, and this is one of them because it's just a really pretty map. BZ, he's dead. So now they're down by 1. Still down by 2,800 points as far as damage. And they got some heavy hitters still left though. The SU-130PM is chiefly among them. The STRV is really good. They got a UDES 03, which is really good. And there you go. He gets hit by his enemy counterpart in the ShPTK-TVP. If he'd have had HE loaded, ooh. Bad day. There's it. His enemy should have loaded. Yeah, should have loaded HE. Fortunately, they still have this BZ with this redonkulous gun on it. But watch CB. He's going to basically do a. He's going to flank him. He's going to head out into the swamp and come up behind him, man. This is just beautiful. Beautiful play. Show up where you least expected. It's tied up now. But having that BZ, man, it's just epic. And now they're down by 1. Would you have thought to go out in the center like this? I wouldn't have. I figured I'd get spotted out here, you know. Just pushes right out in the open, man. I would have never thought to do this. The other thing, man, is when these things came out with in the battle pass, man, they came with like so much crew XP that before you even took it out on the first game, man, it was already like a 4 or 5, you know, 4 skill crew almost, with Brothers in Arms and 0 perk. With Brothers in Arms was a 0 perk, so you just got it. Plus now, you know, then you had with the Sixth Sense thing. So I mean, it was like, shoot, it just about anybody that got in the battle pass has like a 4 skill crew in it already, you know. So it's like that's why the reason why it's so doggone good. So he takes out the SU-130PM. That's his 3rd kill. He does get spotted in the process. So he's got a ShPTK-TVP somewhere, and then there already the SU-14-2. And he gets spotted again. And he's probably trying to figure out where in the world he's getting spotted from. And I think he quickly surmises he's possibly coming from the hill up here. And there's the ShPTK-TVP. Beautiful. He had HE loaded and just smoked that dude. I think thinks he's Artie's up here somewhere. Sure enough, there he is. Boom. See what I mean? That shot just did 410. That's a beast, man. If you got HE loaded on a squishy target, man, good times. So that's 5 kills, man. And I had to load his games up on Des games because for whatever reason, I don't know, but ShPTK-TVPs don't like to load up on World of Tank replays. World of Watt replays is kind of goofy lately. So nevertheless, this is Des games replays, and it's great. So a little bit different look, but it has the same stuff in it. So he did. So he did 2,887 damage. He had 15 assist damage for a combined 2,902. And let's see, you got second class mastery badge, fighter for 5 kills, and then fire for effect. You killed the Renegade, the Skoda T56 heavy, the SU-130PM, that heavy hitter, my favorite TD in the game. The ShPTK-TVP, which is a close second, and then the SU-14-2 already there on top of the hill. So great game as always, CBs, and you made a pile of credits, so that's even better, man. So that's you know, basically, as always, man, he just stymied their whole attack and pretty much saved the game there at the end. If them cats had all decided to come together as a team instead of one at a time, I don't know if it had turned out that way. Maybe, who knows? But great game, CB. Let's go on and check out the second one, the Studzianki, however you pronounce that. So anyway, here we go. So this is a really good map, man. I always enjoyed playing it. It's just a lot of fun, no matter what type of tank you have. But I played it the TDs, and typically if I'm on this side, I'll go set up on the train rails and try to snipe the heavies as they try to poke around the corner there. It's kind of play whack-a-mole with the heavies, and this is the perfect tank to do that. You see those two, the Hellcat and the Super Hellcat. Yeah, get out of my way, got work to do. 3 mark, man, that's pretty impressive. We'll see how they do. So CB's gonna kind of looking over his left shoulder, see what people are doing here. like I said, I usually pause over here and get on the train rails and snipe down the train rails and try to hit anybody that's getting up on top of the hill. But in this case, CB's pushing all the way over to the center hill here on this A line, and this hill is important, man. Whoever can capture this can pretty much capture this whole, well, not entirely, but this whole A and B line, and this is a big deal. So that's why it's always contested, because if you can do that, you can rain fire down on the heavies that are in the train depot. And if you can capture train depot, you got to get you. Ooh, he smashes that Type 64 in the face. He's got HE loaded, which is beautiful. Watch this. Boom! Thank you very much. He just, man, well, hit the bejesus out of that Type, that T-3485M Tier 6 premium Soviet medium tank, which is arguably one of the best Tier 6s tanks in the game. It's one of probably the most popular stronghold tank. Watch this Passato 383. That was a low roll. That's a really good. No, he needs to hit that number 1 button, or number 1 or number 2 for that tank. That joker's got some armor. The low. Well, at least that's what I call it. I'm sure it's probably not the correct pronunciation of it, but that's what I call it. I mean, he's side scraping, man. That's a tough nut to crack right there. He's going to track him, it looks like. Who knows? Probably broke his periscope. Shoot him in the tracks and you break his periscope. That's World of Tanks. Man, their arty is in a great position to rain on this. Ooh. I don't know what he did to him. I don't know if CB's tank commander's got that eagle eye train yet. I don't think he does. See, if you were sitting back, well, where the Leo is, you could snipe these cats sitting up on the hill. And that's the thing, man. They're just sitting up there and there's nobody sniping at them. They're too comfortable sitting up there. He hits them again on the tracks. You see what I mean? The Low is a pretty good tank, man. I mean, if it's top tier, it's pretty strong. Now, if he can get sideways, he can beat that thing to death. But you know, if he's side scraping or facing you, if he's hold down, that's a pretty tough tank. At least that's been my experience with it. I guess your mileage may vary depending upon your skill set, skill level, experience. Don't underestimate that tank, even though it's a premium. Or one of the common premiums. It's one of the just lives in the premium shop. It's always for sale. Sitting on the hill watching grass grow. That's the life of a TD. If he pulls up, he's going to get spotted. If he gets spotted, he's going to get smoked by his enemy counterpart sitting over here. See what I mean? The Type 58's sitting up here. It doesn't. See, that's the thing, man. It doesn't. The Super Hellcat. Well, he's probably down behind cover. I imagine he's been sniping, but CB's going to test the waters here. See if he can catch him. Camo net and his binocs just engaged. Let's see if we can cut through. Spots the Super Chaffee. One of the biggest downfalls, and why this tank is not completely OP. The ShPTK-TVP, and you know that. Ooh, nice. Oh, well, he didn't pin it. Doesn't have any. It doesn't have very good gun. Very little gun depression, so it makes it really tough to fight on a ridge line. Or you got to get at all kind of crazy angles and shoot over the side, and that's kind of what he's doing here. I mean, you can make it work, but it's just not meant for this.
Q Artie. Surprised Artie hasn't lobbed a shell over here yet. So we're coming up on the 9-minute mark. This team is up by 1. They're up by 1,000 hit points. I mean, if you're looking south, there's only the light tank sitting on the ridge, guarding the base. The Hellcat's down in the corner, guarding the K line. Nice hit. He gets spotted though. It's a pretty stagnated fight. It doesn't like nobody's really pushing. Everybody's just trying to goad each other into a shot. Now the enemy team's going to start trying to push push down south. It's pretty much wide open, as you can see. His teammates are retreating. That hurt. He finally connects on that on the low for 232, which is beautiful. He's side scraping again. Bounces. Screen not penetrated, whatever that means. The CB has decided that he's had enough here. 10 games tied up now. He's looking down south, man. If he's like, I'm assuming that in his mind, he's like, he's got to go do something down south, or they're going to lose. The enemy's going to push their base, and that'll be the end of it. Super Hellcat was telling the T-50-2 not to run away because we need him to spot. We still have a light tank. They still have 2. Super Hellcat. Hellcat's dead. Beautiful. The ISU-152 is dead. That's a big deal. Get that heavy hitter out of the way. T-50-2 would have done better just sit where he's at. There's the enemy Super Hellcat sitting down in the ravine down the center. He doesn't have a shot. And who do we have here? We have Mr. Leo that's just about dead. Looks like he's got just over 100 hit points left. Well, that was a waste of a light tank. He's dead. I guess he got spotted by the Leo. I wish they had a mod like something where like if you're spotted that your little thing turns a different color. He's dead. His CB's reaction time is just wicked fast. Do you know what I mean? Like, so like if you're spotted, the little, say like if it's, you know like when your tanks, if you do a team kill, you turn blue. Maybe like turn yellow or something if you're spotted. Or, turn like a different color. Just so let your teammates know, okay, that dude's spotted, so that would be very helpful. Sounds like a good mod. Already might already be one. The CB just smoked that super Hellcat for 413. Boom, he's dead. See what I mean, man? This thing is just a beast. If it's TD on TD, well, some of these assault TDs, that's a whole different story, but little squishy sniping TDs, this thing is awesome. Gonna head back, try to help his teammate here on this corner. Up by 1 tank, up by 450 hit points. It's pretty close game. Type 58's in a bad spot, man. But he survives it to attack. His team's up by 2, up by 3. Sorry, my math is my math is not that strong. But let's see here. Working these bushes, man. I like how his teammates are telling them, you know, telling each other to do good jobs, man. That's cool. Instead of giving each other crap, man. That's awesome. Love to see that. You see this Super Chappie. We know the Super Hellcat where he was last spotted at. So where is he at? I think CB figures that he's probably still there. He's gonna. I mean, I think what he's gonna do, or you know, in his mind, he was thinking he would swing down south and see if he could take a peek in his ditch and see if he was still there. He's got 3 minutes left. Not a lot of time left with 4 targets left to take out. And but in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. He's gonna swing. He was figuring if he could see if he can come there and catch this Super Hellcat, because if he didn't pull out and head immediately west, he probably would have got spotted. So here we go. And sure enough, there he is, dude. That was one heck of a snapshot. He hardly even aimed. You see what I mean, man? Man, this HE round on squishy targets like that is just, it's just glorious. You just nom 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 nom. Oh my gosh. So, and there goes a shot from the AMX, and we know where he's hiding at finally. If the Super Hellcat would just pull down off the hill and go to the train rack, you know, train tracks around B1, we might be able to pick him up. But I'm assuming maybe the low is giving him the business or looking straight at him. I can only assume. And CB's gonna pull over here in his bush and see if he can spot the AMX. Doesn't pick up anybody. He's obviously got camo, and his crew's got camo train. It's probably the first thing that anybody trains on already. Well, maybe besides brother in arms. See, and he's looking at this low. Maybe he can. He's going to swing around here and see if he can work an angle on this low. See if he can get a shot. The dude's sitting in a little fenced-in courtyard area right there at the edge of the depot. And somebody needs to light him up. It looks like the AT-25 was there, and there the T-25 AT, and there he is. Nice shot, man. He takes out the low, and I believe that's the Tier 7 American TD, which leads to. And there's the it's like a shot. Now you just got to find that AMX, but I believe that's the Tier 7 that leads up to like the T-95, the T-28. It's the non-turreted Tier 7. It comes after the Jackson, I believe. Super Hellcat's pushing. He's gonna see if he can pick up the AMX. But where is the Super Chap? And there's the AMX. Ooh, nice shot, man. So now it's anybody's guess. If I was to guess, I doubt he's there. I would have figured he probably would have. He's either sitting down in the ditch, or he went south. I don't know. He's hiding pretty good. Super Hellcat, so he's not going to be there. And my best guess is he might have went and tucked himself in the corner around A1, since the Super Hellcat really didn't proxy spot him or anything like that, or he went over on his side, is sitting down in K0. Who can say? I wish the other cat would got in the game. Might have would have picked him up instead of hiding behind that rock, but it's a draw. It is what it is. That's what happens when your whole team doesn't play at the same time. What can you do? So here's see what you did. You got second class mastery badge. You got Reaper, fighter for 5 kills, duelist, fire for effect, bruiser, and high caliber. You did over 3,400 damage by shooting your gun, 3 spots. And he killed the Leo, the Super Hellcats, the Low, and then the AMX-13 F3 at the end, the Artie. So nevertheless, man, great job. And you made up almost 80,000 credits. So that's awesome, dude. Congratulations on, I mean, it was a great game. It's just, you just didn't just run out of time. I think if you just had one more minute, man, you probably could have pulled it off. So, you know, it is what it is. So obviously, that was if you hadn't been doing what you done, you prevented the loss from occurring. So today's funniest name, his name, I eat Vicks Vapor Rub. I think he was on your team on the very first game, man, on the Karelia map, man. I saw that, it just busted out laughing. And that's what it takes, man. It's just the silly stuff that people come up with. So just anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed it. If it wasn't complete junk due to me, please consider leaving a comment, you know, for CB. And if you're new here and you like what you see, please consider subscribing if you feel so inclined. And really do appreciate it, y'all. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hope that y'all have a great day. Y'all take care. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.